this map, there seems to be a large structure in the middle of the field. So I believe it would be beneficial for us to kind of explore it a little bit. I'm not used to really being in a party, but it would be a good bonding thing, I think. That is, if you want to, we don't have to.
Is Zynthra the orc, or is Zynthra the other person? I don't know who Zynthra is.
Zynthra is the orc. Let me add her to
I'm
the...
half orc.
We have a lot of... Do we actually have a human right now?
I believe Olaf is human, but he's not here.
Alright, sorry, continue.
Well, sounds like fun to me. What field do you think it is?
It says the field of Iran. I've never heard of it, but we could ask around to see if people have.
Alright, no problem at all. And I'm gonna get up and look around, and I'm gonna see sitting at the bar. Hey, Jayo, what are you? Exile? What are you? Race are you?
Yeah, so sitting at the bar, you see like a massive figure. So Jaya is, very, very tall.
It's a Goliath, right?
Yes, she's like over 7.5 feet tall, Goliath. Sort of like darker skin. And honestly, there aren't really Goliaths in this world, so you might not ever have even seen one before. But yeah, she's just sort of sitting there at the bar by herself. A massive sword is sort of leaning up against the bar. It's like a slight curve to the blade, and definitely well made, as is all of her equipment. Well used and well worn, but well made. And she has, like, despite what is obviously like a sort of like a regal and noble demeanor, she also has like these tribal tattoos that would seem to be in conflict from like a standard perspective with the way that she carries herself and her bearing and her equipment.
Alright. Well, Koront's gonna look around the room and gonna see this giant figure, muscular, he's muscular, so he's probably just kind of like, we need someone like that to tell us where we need to go. And I yell over and go, hey, you, big guy, I got a question.
R.Y.S is gonna stand up, walk over to this very tall figure, and, are you at a table with him?
I'm sort of sitting at the bar, like crushing a bar stool.
R.Y.S is going to pull up a chair, if there is any, or just sit down, put his hand on the table and be like, Mountain family, I recognize your kind. I wish to engage in a arm wrestle, as per his tradition.
You wish to wrestle me, huh?
Yes, as a proud core, a Goliath, I cannot resist the call.
I think you are the first person in this country who knows of my kind. Let us do this instead. And yeah, I would just square up, so to speak. Put a hand out.
Alright. I'm just, out of character. Core and Goliath are very similar.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, like, we're very, like, both of the races are very mountainous, like, races, and both love being high up. Although Core are a bit more lithe, and they don't have the pure muscle that Goliath do. They're more climbers than hardy endurance.
Gotcha.
But they do share a lot of traits. Like, you know, like the stonish skin, the sort of rocky.
Okay, interesting, okay.
Yeah, so, R.Y.S being a core instantly really likes Jaya.
Oh, cool.
Plus, she just loves muscly people.
athletics or strength. Either one is fine.
I'm gonna do athletics.
I'll do athletics.
Oh no!
Oh, nat 20. Damn.
Nice.
Also, is it automatically rolling with advantage?
It's rolling use disadvantage actually.
It's really disadvantage because I think
If it's encumbered, that means I win. If not, then
no, you're not encumbered. No, why? It's
I was about to say, I don't think I should be encumbered. My size is huge in terms of carrying things, so...
So the reason why I think is because you held control. You did it, which made it automatic.
Oh, okay. Oh, yay, push to talk. Cool.
You can make it another something else, I guess. Control is what I use, and it's just the
a good thing to change your push attack to would be, you know, the mouse wheel. If you press that, if that's considered a button on your mouse, then that's a good one.
That's true.
After a fierce contest of wills of strength, you see the bulging muscles of Jaya overpower Syr R.Y.S. Slowly, ever so slowly, Syr R.Y.'s fist is beaten back until it's finally slammed onto the wooden table with a thud. Jaya emerges victorious in the arm wrestling contest.
I think because Zynthra has very low social awareness, she's gonna go over and challenge her as well.
Hell yes.
Love that for you.
Chris is gonna encourage it.
Hi, I challenge you. I've got this. I reckon you're easy to take on. What? That was pathetic.
Is that what you think? I'd square up again.
Athletics checks. You ready?
Alrighty.
So
Oh god.
Oh my god.
at
It's
first,
not letting me choose it for whatever reason. Or do it.
I see it. You rolled a 23. You did amazing.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing at.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
the 15.
You have
so it's
plus
short of
8? Jesus.
It's well. You have 20. You have 20 strength and 3. Okay. So at first, Zynthra takes the lead, starting to push Jaya back. But then, at a moment of Jaya's choosing, you see just like the momentum swing, and ever so slowly, with like a small smile on your face, you begin to beat her back. Describe, how do you emerge victorious, Jaya? What is the method of your? How do you achieve victory?
It's Jaya is obviously someone who has spent an incredible amount of time. Like, you guys are all warriors, particularly the people who have arm wrestled her. And so you can tell just from like the toning of her musculature that she spent a lot of time in martial training. And she sort of like allows the momentum to pull her a little bit away, but hooks her arm to the point where Zynthra like exhausts herself trying to get that final bit necessary to pin her arm down, and then she just curls her arm in like ruthlessly and just places it against the table.
Ouch.
You two are a worthy opponent.
Thanks, man. This. Ow.
Truly,
That
you are the
hurt
worthier
a lot.
opponent.
Get out of the way. It's my turn.
We've got like a shit ton of just muscly people going to town.
And Koront's gonna square up, just kind of run up and go, "You seem like a worthy opponent."
DM, I already have inspiration. What do I do?
Oh, well, that means you You get.
Well, I'm rolling with inspiration for this, but we know.
All right. Well, that means that you don't get double inspiration. If you get inspiration again, even if you have inspiration, then I guess you just don't get it.
It's
I
unfortunate.
know.
I should have used inspiration to beat you because I was so close.
I was not close at all, and I wasn't
Yeah,
expecting to win anyway.
let's do some pole vaulting. I'll show you what R.Y.S is good at. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Koront's just going to be pushing and pushing and pushing and be like, and then Jaya, how are you going to
Oh
finish
my
me?
god, Jaya with the fucking high rollers.
Remember to push the talk, Jaya.
Jai, are you there? Hmm.
Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry, I was having some issues there, and then I also had to restart Foundry because I couldn't see my roll.
Gotcha. No worries.
Oh, okay. I rolled well again. I guess it works
You
out nice
beat
when
me.
I can't see it.
You rolled a 21. You have emerged victorious. Tell us how you did it.
I think for this one, like Jaya, there's less there's less technique this time. Jaya kind of just at this point she squares up and there's this look on her face like you remind her of somebody, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a look of hatred or disgust or anything like that, but it's just sort of like this look in her eye as she squares up against you, and then as she just like slams your hand down into the bar, there's this like satisfaction as she does that seems uncharacteristic even from what you've seen from her already. It's like she really enjoyed that, and you have a sense that it's not even really about you, um, that it's not
For the
personal.
love of the game.
Yes.
All right. You're strong, which means you're probably smart. We have a question to ask you. Well, I mean, we're all very strong. We're pretty smart, but you're stronger, so you're probably smarter. You ever heard of the Fields of Iran?
DMOC. I mean, the fields of Iran are like right outside of this, right? So, do I just roll a history check to see if I've heard of them?
Yes. Please roll me a history check to see if you've read any. Well, it depends on how you were trying to get this information. But if you were to say, "Oh, I read some stories about this, maybe in the past," then yeah, roll a history check.
Okay. It probably wouldn't have been reading. Jaya is not a big reader. Um,
Could have
it
been
probably,
walking by along a path and then somebody
yeah, it would have been
said,
something more like that. Like, I don't know, but it's probably still just a history check, I guess I would think, unless like perception for the social awareness to have heard of it.
No, it would be history.
All right, sweet. -1 type gang.
You rolled with advantage. Can you roll again? Just regular. Oh, okay. So on your travels, you have heard of the fields of Iran. It's a peaceful farmland, some kind of the breadbasket of Torth. Great harvests and bounties of wheat and corn are grown in this area, barley as far as the eye can see, fields of golden hues and rainbows. Safe place. Welcome for all.
Well, that just sounds lovely. I reckon let's go there.
I reckon. Yes, we should proceed post haste.
For what
Clearly it is
reason do you go
divine.
to the fields of Inan?
Because I got a map that goes there. And why? What else do you do with the map? You follow the map.
You follow the map to find the treasure.
I ate a map once, it didn't taste good.
You ate a map.
Hey, if grew up where I was, you wanted to be as smart as you could, and my young ass thought it'd be a smart idea to eat a map. I can now remember where that map leads to, but that's about it.
That's pretty cool. Well, that sounds like a smart idea to me.
Don't eat maps. They don't
Do
taste
not
good.
eat that map, Zynthra.
But I need to absorb the knowledge.
Hey, wait, you didn't hear me. The only thing I absorbed was where it led to, not where it was in relation to me.
Alrighto. What about just a nibble? Just like at the corner.
I support that.
All right, Zynthra has a little nibble at the map.
It tastes like old parchment. Kind of a stuffy, moldy, papery taste.
Tastes like paper.
Zynthra. And Koront's going to look over to the barkeep, if there's a barkeep here, and he's going to say, "Barkeep, I got a question for you."
And you see like a kind of a rounded belly barkeeper. You would notice that it's kind of like there's a little bit of fat on this barkeep, but he is remarkably fit. Him and his wife own this tavern. You see, and he calls over, yes, yes.
Do you know where the fields of Iran are?
Yes, yes, the fields of Iran, across the river, a few leagues inland. I know of it.
Do
Well,
you know?
thank you. Or go ahead. Zynthra has a question.
Yes, barkeep. Do you know of any big structures there? Anything that of significance?
Big structures in the field of Iran. Well, it's mostly farmland over there. Fields, grassland. Some of the fields are savanna. They can grow above your head, like a few meters high. Structures, there aren't any towns or buildings in the fields of Iran. It's quite a it's middle of nowhere. No towers, no keeps, no castles.
Well, I have a map right here. I show the map to the guy. I have a map right here that shows a structure in the middle of Iran.
So you see the barkeep kind of raise his eyebrow for a second. He walks on over. You can see him a bit more clearly. He has a bit of a bit of he's clean shaven, but you can see that he's been working all day. He hasn't gotten a chance to. And you see there's a little bit of sweat on his brow, and he has a kind of a traveler's clothes on, but over top of that he has an apron on for those pesky little spilling of drink. He comes on over. He has a little rag as well. He kind of wipes down the table as he's looking at the map. Yes, yes. This is a map. It's quite an quite an old map, if it is a map. But yeah, that I mean, it certainly says it's the field of Iran, I guess. And examining the map, you notice that it's a crude map. It's been decayed. The paper's been decayed. It has a general outline of both the river that we're describing. So if we go onto the Torrent map, the Torrent world map. The map that the note gives us the southern portion of the map has the river that runs kind of left to right that intersects Dawsberg. So the field of Iran describes the structure as a triangle located in these hills here that border the fields of Iran and the Red Arc country, Red Arc County, which is ruled by a count. But it's very, very vague on what's in the middle here.
Well, I always say that if nobody knows something, you have to go out and find the knowledge yourself.
I wish you luck in that. My adventuring days are behind me. And the barkeep kind of chuckles to himself, as if recalling some memories. If you have,
I'll bring you back a stone from the ground from us exploring. And to Zynthra, that is a very that's she thinks that she's being nice there.
He's trying to chuckle from the barkeep. He's like, "Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much." And he walks away, going back to polishing some mugs and some tankards for other customers.
All right, so I guess we just hit the road then. What you are clearly of superior strength to us. We could certainly use your help exploring. What do you reckon, Jaya?
For the moment, I have nothing better to do.
Sweet as.
Jaya seems just generally amused by this and is definitely like is gonna go along for the ride. You guys are hilarious.
All right, well, I guess we follow the directions of the guy. So we head out of the tavern and make our way across it's across the bridge, right?
So there is no bridge marked on the map. Dawsberg. So there, these yellow lines here are the roads that connect the various towns. You'll notice that there isn't a direct route to the fields of Iran. So if you wanted to cross the river here, you'd have to ford it, or you'd have to swim across the river, or find some way to cross.
Or we could follow the road to the left here until we're across the river and then head into the fields of Iran.
Let me know when you guys decide on where you want to go.
Yeah, I reckon Zynthra reckons it's a smart idea to follow the road until we get to the other side of the water and then traverse across country.
That is what I would recommend.
Well, I trust Jaya, so let's do it.
Trusted in the big.
Okay, so you guys are traveling along the road just north of Dawsberg, along this path. Crossing the river here isn't that big of a deal, but you'll notice that there is a problem. As you're approaching the crossing, you notice that the bridge is about 40 feet across, 40 feet. Water is quite moving quite fast. In the center of the bridge, you see a series of flags and banners bearing the colors of the Korthian Empire. I'm going to bring you to a battle map. There's no battle, but I just want you to see what's going on.
Sweet.
Can you guys see?
It's taking a while to load.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to load as well.
Yeah, I'm still loading as well.
Oh, mine's loaded, but it's just oh no, it's all loaded now.
It's gone black again.
Yeah, mine's all black. What if I zoom out?
I
Okay, so I
believe
can see a
token.
huge black box.
I believe it's because we don't have a token on this thing, right?
I saw a bridge before, but it went black again.
Wait, what are the spinning? Oh, there we go.
We have vision.
Yep, me too.
I needed to drag your tokens on again. Apparently I need to
Oh,
refresh it.
okay.
But that's what the
Whoa,
bridge looks like.
are those like real life vision lines? Is that what those are rendered?
Yep, those are the vision lines indeed.
Oh, that's super cool.
Although they are a bit janky, because if you look to the right, we have no vision lines, but if you look to our left, we do.
Yes, the trees on your right are a lot less obscuring than the ones on your left.
Yeah, I'm not trying to poke fun at you. I just think it's kind of funny.
In the middle of the bridge, you do see a few guards. Well, guards, soldiers would be more apt description. Let me go ahead and show those for you. In the center of the soldiers, you see a kind of a series of soldiers, two of them bearing pikes, two of them bearing crossbows. If you hover over the token, you'll see that you'll see a description. You'll see like a picture of each of the soldiers. So there are 4 in the middle of the bridge, and then across the bridge a ways, you see 2 more, and a few more after that, beside a few crates. They're loading and unloading the crates.
Where are they unloading them from?
You see a few crates to the north of the bridge. See a few barrels.
Oh, from the wagon. Yeah, so intelligent question.
You also
I
see
think. Oh, sorry.
you also see a flag in the middle, and that is what the Korthian Empire's flag looks like.
Sigmar, sorry.
Korthian Empire.
As you guys are approaching, the 2 guards with, or the 2 soldiers with pikes, get kind of, draw their weapons. They're looking at you expectantly.
I think Zynthra approaches them trying to look very as innocent as possible, but she just looks extra suspicious because she's trying to look innocent.
Okay. How describe how, like, what do you do?
I walk up and I walk up to the bridge and I try to stride past all of the soldiers right away, just through them, and I'm without making eye contact with any of them, just kind of looking like she's trying to be nonchalant.
Hold there, travelers. As these 2 pikemen, oh, you stepped right up, and as soon as you step through that barricade, he kind of just pushes you back. Hold there, what are you doing? Perhaps you guys are not familiar, but this is a checkpoint, a trade checkpoint for the Korthian Empire. in and out of this province. May I know your names, Miss, and your
Um,
companions?
my name is Tina.
Oh, so we're lying. Okay, mine.
Lying? I would recommend you tell me the truth.
I was jesting. My name is Ryan.
Ryan, I don't see you. Where are you?
I'm right at the front.
Okay.
I think Zynthra is on top of his token. There we go.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Like for me, it showed that he was on top, but I think yeah.
Yep. Okay. I see. Well, Tina, and was it Tina?
Yes, my name is Tina. Yep, definitely Tina.
Roll me a deception check.
Where's that deception? Here we go. Sorry, I did too many.
No, I'll take the first one. Right, Tina. Okay, it's a lovely name. And Ryan, pleasure
Thanks,
to meet
I got it from my parents.
you. Papers, please. And what is your destination?
We wish to go to the fields of Iran.
Okay.
Oh, did they say that they would trade with Torrance? Because I have that on paper, the trade papers between Dalewood and the Guild and Torrance.
What kind of papers do you have, Miss Tina?
Yes, I am. I am a representative of Dalewood, actually. Yes, Dalewood. And I have notes right here that represented a trade deal between my great town of Dalewood that I reside in and have been in, and with the Guild of Torrent.
I see. Uh, I see. So what is your business traveling north?
To trade. To trade.
Korant's gonna just say something in Orcish, but it's just gonna be gibber blabber, but something to make them just like think, oh wow, why is that guy speaking Orcish?
We're just gonna make some hand motions that are, unless you speak core, indiscernible.
Okay.
Jaya is just standing in the back, sort of watching as this all goes down.
Traders from Dalewood, and you're trading with who?
We are adventuring to find prospective people to trade with.
I see. And this paper that you have, do you have the proper, are you associated with any guilds inside of Torrent?
Yes, the best one.
Which one is that? They would need to pay a fine to access and use these bridges and roads. It would be associated with your guild.
Well, I'm from Dalewood. There's guilds within Dalewood, is there? I'm asking the game master, not the guy.
Okay. Yeah, of course there are guilds within Dalewood. Although, at this particular moment, I would say that you haven't interacted with any of them. So I don't even know if you know of any of them. Let me just make up a name here. The Guild of, gosh, Zynthra, what guilds would you interact with?
Zynthra tries to think on the spot and comes up with the Guild of the Bear. I'm from the Guild of the Bear.
You're from the Guild of the Bear, residing within Dalewood. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, present us your guild papers, and we'll charge the fees for using this bridge and roads to the guild. Wait a second. I don't see any goods. Are they in your backpacks?
Yes.
We'll need to inspect those backpacks for any illicit goods. But besides that, you may pass as soon as we are done.
Thank you.
All right. So present your guild papers presently, and we'll take a look at them, verify that they are indeed true. There are bandits in these regions, and we need to make sure that any ill-gotten commerce and products are properly confiscated.
Out of character, couldn't we have just walked through legitimately? I don't actually know. Could we?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think. I mean, let me answer that question. So there are these two barricades here, these two wooden barricades that block the front of the bridge, and then there's two more barricades on the other side. All of them being manned by soldiers, 6 soldiers on the bridge, and a couple others beyond working on crates.
No, I meant like we didn't have to lie. Not like could we fight our way through it?
Yeah. Could we have gotten with it with telling the truth?
That's a great question. I think that's a question only you guys would know about.
Only one way to
I have no
find
idea.
out.
I
Only one way to find out.
I could have started preaching, but you know. Rissa's gonna step up now and be like, "Yes, of course. We definitely have our papers." And he points to Koront. Now, Koront, where are the papers?
I think I have them. Did I? Oh no, never mind. No.
Yeah, she's got the papers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been mightily confused as of late. My brain isn't entirely where it should be.
Sorry, I rolled 2 by accident, but that's insight to see if Zynthra is lying, because Jaya doesn't have any idea like the past or where she may or may not have gotten these papers.
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight one more time. Roll it one more time.
Okay. I have to remember to not talk while I'm rolling.
Zynthra, give me a deception check.
You got it.
Is the deception check for me or?
It's for everyone. So right now the soldiers are using passive perception.
Oh,
Your
okay.
passive wisdom. You're actually doing a physical insight check to see if you can do above your passive. So you got a 16
Sure.
or you got a 21. So you would tell that she is actually sweating bullets. It doesn't tell you whether or
Okay.
not she's lying, but you can tell that she's definitely nervous.
Okay. I'm pretty sure she's lying, and Jaya just sort of like is ready for a scuffle.
Papers, please.
I hand the guild notes, the trade notes to the guy.
The trade notes between Dalewood and the Guild of Tornth. The trade notes between Dalewood and the Guild of Tornth? Are you sure? Just as a reminder, so Dalewood is. So there are 2 different factions inside the Kingdom of Tornth vying for power. That is the Guild of Tornth and the Iron League. Now, the Iron League is a conglomeration of miners and merchants that have accumulated wealth through trade, and they're primarily located in the northwest or northeast, inside of the heartland and inside the mountains. The Guild of Tornth is associated with the thieves and the brigands and the criminal organization. They're located in how should I say this? In their cove. So the Guild of Tornth and Dalewood. This is a trade deal between basically a criminal organization in Dalewood. So keeping that in mind, I'm going to let you redo that, and if you still want to go through it, that's fine, but I just want you to know that.
Wait, so would they keep the trade papers if I gave it to them?
Oh, it
Oh,
looks like they have their hand out open right now, awaiting the trade papers. So they really want to take a look at it and confirm that you guys are actually traders. You can tell that their purpose here is to just make sure that legitimate traders are going through. This is a bridge that the soldiers of the Corinthian Empire maintain.
right. So is there a downside to handing them the trade papers?
Well, that's something that you have to deduce. I mean, you guys decide if there's a downside here. The DM is not going to railroad you here.
I
Okay.
think. Wait, what are the papers for exactly?
So the papers describe a deal, a trade deal between the Guild of Torrent and
Which are
Dalewood.
criminals.
Yep, Guild of Torrent
I
is an
think that would
association
just.
of criminals.
I think we'd get a whole. I think we get a whole situation where they're just like, oh yeah, and then they immediately just wail on us. I don't think that's the best idea.
Yeah. Okay.
What are you guys whispering over there?
Hey, I did not accuse you for guarding a bridge. Don't accuse us for talking amongst ourselves.
I don't think Jaya would be over there whispering. Like she would sort of be just standing where she is. And while they're talking to each other, she would walk up. She would walk up closer and just sort of ask. She's not gonna lie about who she is, so she just says, I am Jaya Tunukulai, from a far country. I am one of the nobles of my people. What is the purpose of this blockade?"
This trade checkpoint is to filter out trade goods obtained from different bandit associations and criminal leagues that have insidiously gained control of parts of the Kingdom of Torrent. My commanding officer, Sergeant Grant Slatewood, has authorized me and my squad to collect a small tax, or at least document all the traders going through this checkpoint from the various guilds. We have obtained authority from our Lord. And he kind of thinks for a moment. The Lord's name is.
Isn't it Joe?
Lord Erhard of the Corinthian Empire. So we are here to mark down the guilds that are going through, and they are to pay a small fee for using these bridges and roads.
Understood. I am an associate of the captain that you speak of. And would I have some sort of identification, like some sort of receipt of hire or something like that, to identify me as like a member of their, or would this dude even have seen me before? Since I like came into town with their like deployment.
Good question. Great question here.
What's the guy's name? Sergeant Slatewood.
Great. Jaya, yes, I have seen you around. I didn't know your name. I have seen you around the company a while, talking with Sergeant Slatewood. But this is out of character. You would not have any papers identifying you or associating you with the Corinthian Empire for liability reasons.
Sure. Okay.
So, yeah. So they've seen your. I've seen you around, Jaya, but I don't know what your business is. Obviously, you are associated with the sergeant, but I don't know what your purpose is here today.
I am a hired sword. I am attempting to get to what's the name of the fields that we're going to? Sorry.
The fields of
Iran.
I am attempting to get to the fields of Iran on a particular mission for the Kingdom of Korint. I am unaware of any intention on the part of my associates to enact trade. That may be something that they are doing, but it is out of my knowledge and it is not important to me. Can you let us through that I may pursue the purpose that I have been sent to pursue?
This is an active mission. for the Corinthian Empire?
Yes.
Grant Slitwood has told you that you can bypass this trade point?
I have been given authority as a sellsword for the company to enact what I see fit, and he has sent me out on this particular mission, yes.
Alright, so this would be a lie. Are you sure you want to go through with it?
So there's not... Is that not sort of true? That I'm like a liar,
You're
like...
being deceptive. You're being deceptive. You're saying
Okay.
essentially you're associate. You've done some jobs for the company, but you're saying essentially you have the authority to go through here, even though no one has given this authority to you.
Okay, and this is the sort of thing where I would need like specified authority to go through here.
That's for you to decide.
You could just say that you have you haven't been explicitly told, but that they wouldn't mind.
Okay. Um. Uh, do I need specific permission, detailed for this bridge specifically, to be able to bypass this checkpoint?
If you're not being requisitioned by Sergeant Grantwood to go through this bridge, then you would need to pay a small fee like everyone else and be inspected before you can cross.
That is not a problem. What is the fee?
1 silver piece.
We really fucking lied. Out of character, we really fucking lied to avoid 1 silver piece.
Okay,
Fucking Rich had to pay more than that for fucking ties when he was a child.
I'm just gonna pay the silver piece. They can inspect me. Like I got nothing to hide.
All right.
Yeah, hell yeah, no. Rich is doing that too.
All right. So each of you are pays 1 silver piece. Go ahead and subtract that from your inventory. And if you have any poisons, do you have any large caches of weapons or anything like that besides the weapons that you own?
The only weapons I really own are my fist. Anything else is just icing on the cake.
Gotcha. Okay.
But no, I don't have any poisons.
I mean, I have a couple javelins, a great sword, and a dagger. I assume that wouldn't be a problem, or wouldn't be seen as like a cache of weapons.
Yep, no problem. So each of you guys are good to go, and with a quick inspection, you guys are allowed to pass. No problem. And you quickly...
As I'm walking by, I'm gonna show him my paper that I wrote the little scoreboard for the arm wrestling. Like, this is the only paper I got. Just keep walking by after I give my silver.
All right, nice. So you guys make your way past the bridge. You travel along the road. There's nothing really happening along the road, even as you... There's another bridge here, but it's not being manned by any guards. So you guys pass it without any event. So you guys pass about